What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Chad Knows Ball. But listen, I got to be honest with you guys. Lately, Chad hasn't known ball whatsoever. I have lost probably 10 bets in a row. But all things considered, it's been extremely frustrating because I bet a lot of parlays and I've just been like one game short of hitting like 10 parlays in a row. So it's not that my calls have been bad. It's just that I just haven't been able to get over the hump. And it's been a little bit frustrating. Like, for example, tonight, the Angels beating the Athletics. I think it's a bad omen anytime you leave the bases loaded in the first inning. I can't tell you how many baseball games I've watched recently where we had the bases loaded, couldn't cash in the first inning, and then the rest of the game was just like, it's such a shift in energy for a team to get out of that type of jam where like you think you're just absolutely fucked. And then it's like, oh, well, I guess we do have life. And then they go on to play the game. Like Angels just, they played well. Their starting pitcher tonight played well, but I mean, it's not like we didn't have our opportunities. It was actually sick. Like the amount of base runners the Athletics left on. Athletics win tonight. It was a $10 bet that would have won me 300. You know how many legs? It was a 5 legs, and the fucking Angels were the ones to ruin it for me, bro. The worst team. The Twins came through. I don't even want to go through it. It's just, it makes me sick to my stomach, but I digress. One of the reasons I think my cold streak is continuing the way it is because I haven't been making videos. Now, granted, I'm extremely busy with my dog training business. And at the end of the day, I'm so freaking exhausted. I don't feel like making these videos, but I got to do something to change the juju, man. So I'm going to give you guys both games tomorrow morning. It's going to be Sunday. These two games are going to be on the Sunday slate, 10:35 Pacific Standard Time, between the Yankees and the Reds. I hit the Reds today. I bet the Reds and I bet the over. I hit those two teams, but I parlayed them with some other shit that didn't hit. So it makes me sick. I think from now on, I'm going to probably keep the parlays to just 2 legs because if I have just done that, I'd be rich. But I digress. All right, move myself over here to the side a little bit. And what the fuck, dude? Is it this one? Is it this one? It's this one. I'm going to give you guys my 2 plays, man. It's going to be the Yankees and the Reds tomorrow. Let's see what we got on the hill here. Chase Burns, 8-1 with a 2-1, dude. Elmer Rodriguez looks like a bullpen guy getting his opportunity. He's got some innings. You know, he's got a 4.15 versus Chase Burns, their guy. Now, listen, you look at Chase Burns and you're like, fuck, this is their ace. He's going to go out there and he's going to shut the New York Yankees down. But I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense in sports betting. You'd like to think it does. You know, it's fun to break this stuff down. But at the end of the day, this is a gamble. And there ain't no other 2 ways to cut that shit. You just got to take a side and you got to roll the dice. That's what this is. The Angels kicked the shit out of the Athletics tonight at home. No, they weren't at home. It was in Oakland or wherever the fuck the Oakland Athletics play. Sacramento? What are we doing? Anyway, Chase Burns. He's gonna give the Reds an opportunity to win the game, right? We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we have to assume that Chase Burns is going to go out there and at least at the bare minimum keep the Reds in it. The Reds have a sneaky good offense too. Like, what's their record? I don't know. I'd have to take a look. Let's see. I'm going to tell you what the Reds record is right now. No, I'm not. Let's see. The record is they're almost 500. They're a 500 team. Dude, the Yankees have an offense you can never count out. It doesn't matter who's on the hill, right? So the way I look at this shit is the Yankees are going to put up some runs. How many is obviously yet to be determined, but I'm thinking, let's say they put up let's say they don't have their best day and they end up putting up like 4 or 5 runs. And if I think the Reds are going to actually win the ball game, then that means the Reds are going to score like 6 or 7 runs. Okay? One of those things. And, but let's take a look at the odds. And I think the bookmakers know exactly what I'm talking about right now because this is effectively a pick 'em. Not really. There's a little bit of value on Cincinnati. And since I think Cincinnati has a huge – Cincinnati kicked the shit out of the Yankees today. They're You know, if you're one of those people that thinks confidence and like how you did yesterday matters, well, today, Cincinnati absolutely kicked the shit out of them. So I think their bats are hot right now, and I'm just going to roll with Cincinnati, and I'm also going to take over 8.5. Actually, I think I caught it at 9 on my book. I used my bookie, and I think I caught it at 9, and I think it's a little bit better value than minus 118. I think I got it at like minus 105 or some shit like that. And I've already placed my bet. So tomorrow for me, 10:35 Pacific Standard, Sunday, Father's Day, actually. I'm going to be over at my father-in-law's house. Actually, that's not till the afternoon. So I'm going to be watching these games at home in between doing my day job, the dog stuff. And hopefully Cincinnati goes back-to-back against the Yankees. It's kind of a tough ask. The Yankees are never an easy team to rout, but this is where I find the value, and this is what I'm going with. So that's the first two-teamer. The second two-teamer that I'm putting together for you guys is a little bit of Brewers versus the Braves, dude. Hey, listen. The Braves had a walk-off homer today against these guys. It was low scoring, like 2-1 all the way to the 9th inning, and it's kind of odd, right? Like both these teams have extreme offensive firepower, and if you look at the guys going tomorrow, you just cannot assume. You cannot assume that we're going to have the same outcome. I think tomorrow's game is going to look completely different. And look, I know Robert Gasser's 0-3. He doesn't have any dubs yet, but he's got a 4.8. He gives up some runs, right? Obviously, Atlanta's probably going to score some runs on this guy. But Bryce Elder, look, I know he's one of their guys. I know he's one of their vets, one of their horses. I know he's relatively proven, but he hasn't done great. He's got a 6 ERA in the last 3. You know what I mean? He's not doing great either. And so this, to me, the over hits early in this game. Like if you guys been watching my channel, you know I bet overs. That's what I do. I'm not an under better. So wherever I find spots where I think the over's pretty obvious, those are the games that I'm going to roll with. And that's why I've selected these two games specifically, because I'm betting the over in both of these games. Taking a look at the odds, we have obviously Atlanta's going to be the favorite. And I mean, anytime you got the Brewers as underdogs, it's live. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who's pitching. Sale could be on the bump. I'm still probably going to take the Brewers because I just think there's value there. And then I think I did get this at 9. And I took the plus money on the over because 9 runs with these two offenses, with these two pitchers on the bump, hard pressed to think. You're going to be, if you got the under on this game, you're going to be in like the 7th inning. There's going to be like 8 runs scored, and you're just going to be sweating for the rest of the game. And I'd rather have it the opposite way, right? I don't want to hope no more runs get scored. I want to look at it like I got 3, 6, 9. I got 18 outs between both teams to score another run. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm rolling with tomorrow, guys. Thank you for watching. Toodle Pip. Like and subscribe. Thank you again. And try to be a little bit more consistent with my content, man, because I definitely took a little hiatus, and I think I've paid the price for it. Chad knows ball. Chad knew ball. Whatever. Tomorrow we live. We live to fight another day.